Kyle, here goes your tires, buddy.
Video, Kyle?
Brand new ones.
You could have at least put the front ones on the back.
Moving you right day and night.
And we're supposed to be powered by science.
That's very true.
We better be able to get two people on one train somehow.
Here it comes. Yep, that's it.
Because every time I'm in his office, he's sitting there and all of a sudden he just reaches like this and there's a piece of chicken in his hand.
I'm like, how much chicken is under your desk?
I overshot the R&D budget this week, so I'm going to need that $250.
Moving it right day and night.
Welcome. Episode number
88.
88. Yes. 88. Welcome to our Facebook and YouTube live every Thursday, 1:30 p.m. Kyle Fisher here with
Aaron Darnell.
You got your name right this week, man. Proud of you.
I studied.
So we're going to highlight Gasoline Extreme today, topic du jour. So we're going to have two lucky winners be getting some Gasoline Extreme.
Let's have three. Let's change it up.
Are you paying for the third?
Yeah.
Third one's on Aaron.
But that third one's going to be picked from someone who liked and shared the video.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Facebook doesn't like when you do that, but I think only when you post it. You can verbally say it, maybe.
I just did.
All right, you heard it. Somebody who likes and shares the video will be eligible for a third bottle.
That's right.
Coming out of Aaron's paycheck. And speaking of winners, I want to announce, last week we got carried away with a bunch of questions, which is awesome. That's why we do this. So post your questions below. We're here to answer your questions. That's our primary purpose of doing this. We do a topic just to fill in the blanks. If you don't ask questions. Well, last week we got so busy, we barely got through the LX4. We forgot to play a video. We forgot a bunch of stuff. And then I forgot at the very end, Chris came in. We forgot to give away product. So for last week's winners, the topic was LX4. We have a couple bottles of LX4 to give away. So I'm going to give those to Isaiah Purves and Clinton Gaston, who earned his. He even said he shared the video and had like 5 family members watching.
All right.
And so he said, I've done my part. So Clinton Gaston and Isaiah Purves, we'll tag you and let you know, because who knows if you're watching this week, but we owe you some LX4. So I apologize for last week not getting to that. But post below, ask your questions, share, all that good stuff. We'll be giving away some Gasoline Extreme today. I see Chris Mancini's already in. We want to know where you're watching from. He's looking for
South Dakota.
South Dakota. We're looking for
So
somebody.
I might have to give away 2 bottles. Might not get a paycheck.
It's Break the Bank with Aaron today. So we're dual streaming Facebook and YouTube, and also follow us on Instagram and YouTube. Levi likes when we say that. And we've been started off our weekly tech tip. Now we're going video tech tips because the people spoke. So it looks like we have another video tech tip. This one is the basics of the Frantz Filter Kit for our weekly tech tip. Go ahead and roll it, Levi.
Bypass filters are highly effective at removing contaminants that can damage the inside of your engine. With these harmful corrosive particles removed, your engine life will last much longer. Why don't all vehicles have bypass filters? Because most systems are expensive to purchase, a challenge to install, and costly to maintain. The Frantz Bypass Filter System from LSI Labs, the makers of Hot Shot Secret products, has revolutionized the bypass filter industry with a highly effective bypass system that is simple to install and maintain and can pay for itself quickly by eliminating 2 to 4 oil changes per year. Frantz Filter offers options with cellulose or synthetic media that captures particles down to just 2 microns. That's just as clean as new oil. The Frantz Bypass Filter System creates an endless supply of pure oil for your engine. This tip is brought to you by Hot Shot Secret, powered by science.
And there you have it from our friends at Truck U. I didn't know we were going to subcontract our weekly tech tip.
Throwback Thursday.
Throwback Thursday, that's right.
Throwback
And really, we don't give the Frantz filters enough love around here. Couldn't do anything better to a vehicle than a bypass filter. And by the way, that was an older video. We have upgraded those now with nice stainless steel braided lines. I know we're still trying to get all the kits measured and cut. We're still working on that. But, and speaking of, my buddy Buster Kent just posted yesterday for his coach. Oh, come on the screen, buddy. He just. Oh no! Are you who we got this week? Oh, we got a good one for you this week with our get to know him segment. But what I was saying, speaking of the filters, is Buster Kent just posted up a nice video yesterday. He's got he's running all of our race fluids and both his race cars. They're looking good, and he's got a really nice coach that he put on the Harvard filter and posted a video. Maybe I'll share it. We'll share it later today or something, because the Harvard filter is the Frantz filter on steroids. It adds 12 quarts of oil to his coach. It is bad, man. So really nice install on it. So maybe we'll post this.
On marshmallow.
Let's do it. But what's up next is our weekly Get to Know Us segment. And this week we have someone special. Is this your first time? Yeah. Awesome. Let's bring him in. We call him El Presidente. And you got to roll your mustache as you do it. The president, Brett Tenner. Greetings, Brett.
Thank you.
Brett loves being on camera.
No, but
Speaking of Frantz Filter, you did do an awesome video for us. What was that, the 6.0 or?
yeah, the 6.0 special with the stainless steel hoses.
Tapping's not good for the microphones, just
I know.
heads up.
You want me to wear it?
Sure.
Should I just stay here the whole time?
Yeah, man. You'll be more fun than Aaron. We'll let the people speak to
All right,
that.
Aaron, you're out.
Yeah!
Just kidding.
So, all right, so as you know, people want to get to know us a little bit better personally. So it's your turn, the president of the company,
That's good.
and I got 10 questions for you.
That's good.
All right. And you had a couple follow-ups lately, so get a couple good ones ready for this guy.
Oh,
Number one, where were you born, Brett?
Marion, Ohio.
All right. Where did you grow up?
Marion, Ohio.
This is a common theme around here. We hire local. What was your first job? Like very first.
Very first, wow. Cleaning out a greenhouse for a flower shop.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. In Marion?
Yeah, in Marion. Worked for 35 cents an hour.
How old are you, dude? Like,
Well,
was that like
that
nickel movies and?
No, that was just the rate that I could get out of them. And it did let me buy stuff at the store. So.
Well, there you go. What was your first car? Now you got some cool stuff, so I'm interested in this.
My very first car was a '79 Firebird.
Oh, that's pretty cool for a first
Yeah,
car.
it was a beater though. It had dents in it, and paid $600 for it, but ran good.
What motor?
Had a 301 in it, but then we put a 400.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Side question: what's the coolest car you had at some point that you wish you still had?
Probably that one.
Really?
Right? Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. Get your first car back.
Yeah, it was that one.
What was the
I
end of
didn't-
that car? Did you wreck it?
No, I sold it.
Well, go start a VIN search, man.
So
Maybe we can find it.
yeah, the other cars were like Ford Escorts and stuff. So
Yeah. Sorry about that.
But he wants to get back.
no, just that's why they weren't on the list.
So, did you play sports growing up?
No,
No, nothing.
no sports.
Just baking and.
Yeah,
Yeah.
home ec, things like that.
Okay.
No.
What's your favorite hobby currently?
Oh,
You're starting to go down the Chris path, I think.
yeah, maybe. Fishing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like fishing.
But in order to fish, you usually bring an RV out there.
You can.
You just purchased another one, didn't you?
I did.
Does that mean you have multiple RVs now?
No, because I got rid of my other one.
Oh, so you're not
Yeah.
like Chris.
No, I
Chris
don't.
says he's going to get rid of them, and he just keeps buying another
I don't
one.
collect them. No.
All right. So, favorite holiday? There's only so many of them.
I know it's tough though. They're all good.
They are.
Thanksgiving.
Ah,
Yeah, because you get to meet, get around family, and you get to bring everybody in, and sometimes you don't get to do that throughout the year.
and you eat a lot of meat.
And I love the meat. Turkey and ham.
Told you. All right. So, what's your favorite beverage?
Alcoholic or non-alcoholic?
We like the alcoholic one, but you can tell both.
Well, it would be Mountain Dew if it was pop. If it's alcohol, it would be Black Velvet and water.
I've never seen you drink that here.
I got a bottle.
That's what's in that little.
I didn't know if I should say that or not, but
Is that what's in that little case thing in your office?
yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Brett keeps it classy.
yeah.
He sure does. Favorite TV show or movie?
Probably Star Wars for the movie.
Classic.
Yeah, Star Wars. I'll leave it at that.
You can't hate that. Oh, number 10 is a freebie for me, so I got to make it up.
Yeah,
Should be nice.
yeah, should be.
I could really mess with you.
Yeah, so couldn't I.
So, all right. So, I'd like to know, you got a lot of bikes too, and you've had a lot of bikes.
Yes.
I haven't heard an update on your build of your car recently either.
Yep.
So,
Not much to update, but
okay, so what is the, I don't know if it want to be your favorite, but what is the coolest bike you've ever had? Because I will say, Brett does have a trike that is straight out of a 1970s, like.
Montgomery Ward Cadillac.
Yeah, that's a cool.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite bike you've ever had?
that is probably the favorite one.
still have that?
Yeah, just because it was made, we hand built them.
So describe it.
It's a out of a Rupp body, which was had a snowmobile engine on them. They converted them over to VWs, redid the frame so they could handle although it's not much more horsepower, but so they could handle that and change front ends on them and stuff. So it's a 2-passenger.
Follow-up question to that, do you have to have a mullet to drive one? Or is that optional?
It is optional, but I did have one for the first 10 years.
Awesome. Well, you survived.
That's it. Man, I kind of
You
like
want
this.
to hang around?
No, not really.
No, all right. So
No.
give the El Presidente a hand, folks. Brett Tenner, know a little more about Brett.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
bud.
Thank you.
And Brett's got COVID hair going like me, too.
Yeah. Shea Brown.
Thanks, buddy.
Yep.
There you go, folks. That is the president himself. And now you know a little more. Let's see who's in here. Josh Cole's in here. Dan Zelton's in. Artie Moppin. Dorian's in. What's up, guys? Clinton Gaston. Hey, Clinton, if you heard, you won last week because of your sharing capabilities. So give us a message, Levi. We'll get you out some LX4 for last week. I apologize, I didn't get you in time. Bob and Blaze are in. The guys from the Corona lockdown. We just did a press release on that. It's getting picked up all over the place now too, which is pretty cool. So I know we've mentioned it a few times. Make sure you racers out there, if you're bored, it's still going every week right now. Go check out the Corona lockdown practice tree challenge. It's really cool, man, and it's something to do. And I see Chris Mancini's in here. He still has not won a single week at all.
So he's not the practice tree Jesus.
He is not the practice tree Jesus. But I did see Michael Beard finally won last night. So Michael Beard finally got in the winner's circle. So congrats to him. Good friend of the company. Alan and Jesse are in. I'll take some gas stream for my Grand National running E85. Yep, we can run gasoline stream in that, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. David DeCiceris. Man, I had it. That's it. DeCiceris is in. I get better when I don't see his name.
Is that who I owe the answer for?
I think so. Did you ever? He's been gone for a couple weeks. Where you been, David? I think Aaron's got an answer for you. So, hello from Southeast Kansas, says Heath. New customer here. Been using Howes for a long time. Well, Heath, welcome aboard. A 2015 LML Duramax. Well, great to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Dylan Kicks tuned in. Toots in like normal. Bob says, thanks to Kyle Fisher and Hotshot Seeker for sponsoring the Corona Lockdown Practice Street Challenge. We're happy to do so. It's a really cool thing you guys got going, so keep up the good work there, guys. Watching from Northeast Connecticut, not quite South Dakota.
Getting closer.
Getting closer. Heath's in Southeast Kansas.
A little closer. I don't know. I don't think South Dakota exists. So how do we know if it's closer?
Well, it exists. I just don't know if anybody lives there and tunes in. David Berg's in. Cody Hopkins is in. What's up, Cody? I just had one of those Facebook memories from Cody at
UCC.
UCC. It's like, man, this is what we're usually doing this time of year. But nope.
No.
Suge Knight's watching from Pittsburgh, a.k.a. Bracket Racing Jesus, a.k.a. Can't Win a Practice Street Challenge. I love you, Chris. You know it, man. David says, have the hose issues been figured out for the Frantz Filter 6.7 Cummins? They have. We got the measurements. We were working on a supplier for them. That kind of started and then fell through, so we're working on a second supplier, and they should be soon. I hate saying that because soon was before, but yes.
Getting closer.
Getting closer. We made progress.
Right, I guess so.
Right. Nick's in here. My buddy from Fluid Amper's in. He says, tell me why I would buy a France vs. Amsoil bypass kit. First question of the day. Why don't you take it? You want it?
Because we're cooler.
We are cooler.
Have you seen our Hot Shots truck?
Yeah, right.
That's all I'm saying. I would hate to misspeak. I don't know their micron rating, but
It's 2.
Is it really 2?
I believe it is.
Have we tested that?
We have not tested it.
We should test that.
We should test it. There's a lot of companies that make a lot of claims. So we'll test it for you. I believe, I'm not for sure either. Who was this, Heath? I believe it's a 2 micron filter as well. I'm not positive. Ours is a 2 micron filter. I will say this. We actually purchased the Frantz Filter Company. Frantz Filter Company's been around since the 1950s, right?
Wow.
So, pretty sure Amsoil hasn't had that filter out for 70 years. So,
So the big answer is depth filtration. Woo! That's why we're better.
Right. And they have a similar drop-through filtration on it. But how long is your filtration? I'm serious. You just had it up here, the filter.
And it's cheaper. The media.
5.5 inches, 6,
Right.
somewhere in there.
Right. And the key is we have 2 different types of media for it. We have a synthetic and a cellulose. They both do a good job. They both get it down to 2 microns. The synthetic, we say, can last a little longer before you have to change it. I always tell people to run the cellulose. That's like the toilet paper style that people are like, what is this? But the good thing about that is it actually takes moisture out of the oil too. So you get that added benefit of it. And they're like, what, like $4? So your cost of use over time, especially if you're making that's the whole kind of point of getting a bypass system and going with a really good, PAO-based oil, Group 4, that's going to last forever, and you can keep it filtering, and all you have to really do is oil analysis and TBN boost over that. You make that investment up front to save money over the long term and protect the motor while you're doing it. So it's just another thing that gets the cost down is that our filters replacement filters are really cheap, and I recommend replacing them sooner than we do just because they're like $4. It's like $4.95 or something to keep 2 microns going. So it's well worth it. As far as we've kept the retro look of the Frantz filter for a long time, and that's because it had a big following from, we'll just call it yesteryear, and in recent times we've kind of modernized it a little bit. I'll give Amsoil that. They have a nice looking package because it's a modern made product that's kind of been adapted off something that we had on the market. But our new stuff now is it's all like the one kits that come with the sandwich adapters or with the billet caps. I mean, it's all machine billet. It's really nice. All the new stainless steel lines, braided lines, all the quick disconnects. We've really kind of modernized it to a nice kit. So, plus we give you money back guarantee, and we're Hot Shot Secret. So there's my selling point. Let me see. Angelo says, order 2 gallons of sanitizer from you all. It was at my doorstep within 2 days, all the way near Albuquerque. Thank you guys. Awesome, Angelo. Yeah, we appreciate it. We're getting it out as fast as we can. So It's a lot of people, still ordering it. Jerry Atkins is in. Clayton Simpson's in. Haven't seen for you in a while, Clayton. Chris Mancini, favorite bracket racer is the question. Who's your favorite bracket racer?
That's for Brett. I'm not on the hot seat today.
Maybe that was for Brett.
Uh-huh.
All right, Chris, you're my favorite.
Is he the only one you know?
I know quite a few.
I'm just trying to gauge the answer, that's all.
Just watch. Chris has been posting a lot of his. He's a practical joker. We need to get him in touch with. Remember, we learned that Richard's practical joker. Those two personalities, perfect for each other. Chris Mancini and Richard. So, but watch Mancini's Facebook post on some of the practical jokes he does. It's good. I saw him he had one of his crew members. He sent him back to the trailer to get a bottle of steam. Or a box of steam or something. You just gotta watch it. It's good stuff. Heath says, my jug of diesel extreme is a white bottle. I see in front of you on the bottle's clear. Is mine okay, or is this different cleaners in the clear bottle? No, if you're talking about a white bottle, I imagine you probably got like a 2-quart like this, Heath.
Oh, the old style bottles. We just switched over to the PET. The fluorinated ribbed.
Yeah, so you probably still have, I'm guessing, Heath, you probably bought that from a retailer. They're probably still going through our previous bottles. Yes, this is our new bottling that came along this year. So it's now all clear PET bottles. They're embossed with the Powered by Science in the bottle and everything. Our former bottles kind of looked like this color, but they were quart bottles. So I'm guessing that's probably what you got. And that's just because our retailers buy in such extreme bulk that they're still probably going through some of the inventory from a previous order. But they should be pretty much out of that now because we made this change earlier this year. So you'll start seeing these on the shelves now if you haven't seen them yet. But it's the same product. We haven't made any change to the Diesel Extreme at all. So same formula. So nothing to worry about there. Chris Mancini said, I run it up 2 times. Well, we know. You're always the princess to the ball. He's the queen of runner-ups. I'm just on him today, man. Eric says, hello from Arizona. Yeah, David says he's been MIA. This lockdown has been having me working weird times. Missed the last 2 weeks, but I'm back. Good to have you back, bud. Chris Johnson says, got my gas extreme in the tow truck and the daily. Adrenaline in the race car. Ready for the season to start back. I hear you, Chris. I hear you. I think we all are. Good to see you got everything loaded in. David says, yes, I'm still waiting for the answer to the transmission fluid being compatible to the Aisin AS69 RC transmission. You were ready for this answer, and then he didn't show up, and you were like, I'm not even going to give the answer until he returns.
Now I forgot the answer.
You better wing it, man.
I'm gonna wing it. I believe the spec is the JWS 3309 that he was asking about.
Wow.
Which is similar to a Dex 3 style transmission fluid. Our multi-vehicle transmission fluid meets the 3324 spec, which is more like a Dex 6.
Okay.
So there have been, unlike some folks, for legal reasons I can't say to run it, but there are plenty of folks that do run that transmission fluid.
Well,
in that application.
David's going to be the one to decide if that answer is good enough, or we're sending you back for more homework.
I've actually got homework.
Okay.
I'm working on a transmission fluid for him right now.
For David? Mm-hmm. Did you hear that? He's working on a fluid. Wow.
For one guy. That's all it takes. Just one person.
Yep. We say we find really niche markets. This one's for Bill. All right, so he says, I'm concerned about the soot. My LML is not deleted. That's why I was asking about the Frantz for Samsoil. Well, as far as the soot, when it comes down to a bypass filter, any diesel is going to put a lot of soot, or a varying amount of soot, into the oil. And soot comes at all particle levels.
Right.
So,
and it can be small and then clump together as well.
It can get big. Yep. And your standard filter at like a 20 micron or so will even catch some soot. You know, it'll be filled, and then 2 micron and above, it's going to catch a lot. And then soot can be very, very, very tiny and get past a 2 micron filter. It can be smaller than 1 micron.
Right. And it doesn't even, like, it doesn't take much soot to make the oil look dirty.
Right. We kind of
It's
talked
very-
about this a week
yeah,
or two ago.
Yeah, it's very little. So even with the Frantz kit, it may not look shiny and clean, like you're thinking it's going to look like brand new oil because of the soot. But,
Right. We kind of talked about the
but-
finger test.
Yeah, but if you do analysis on it,
Right.
particle count, you're like, wow, it is
So
clean.
I guess my first question to you, Heath, would be, why do you think you're putting a lot of soot into the oil? Is it just that you think it looks darker than it should? Are you doing the finger test, which is we mentioned before? You know, putting your fingers in the oil, let it sit for a minute, and then wipe it off with a rag. And it comes off clean. You don't have a lot of soot in there. If it really stains your fingerprints and everything, it's kind of a level that's extra sooty. Now, every truck produces soot in a different way, but you can do a lot to prevent it. Obviously, with our two-step fuel system, like you said, running the diesel extreme is going to help. After you run that diesel extreme through your system, you want to follow up and run EDT in every tank. We talked about this earlier last week or 2 weeks ago, but the diesel extreme is really meant to do a deep clean every 6,000 miles or so. EDT is going to give you all those same benefits the diesel extreme is. We just cut back on the really heavy injector cleaner. You don't need it in every single tank. But one of the important things when it comes to soot, if I'm not mistaken, is the cetane boost in it.
Check.
Is going to allow you to have a more efficient burn of the diesel fuel. And that's where a lot of that soot is really created at, is not fully burning all the fuel. And if you're getting some bad fuel or even just some lower cetane fuel at your pump, it's not burning at all in the power production area, and it's actually passing it through. And so that's where a lot of your soot, that's where your black smoke's coming from. That's where a lot of that is. Follow up to that. Go ahead.
I'm glad we addressed that. Because wait a minute, I have bad oil. What are you telling me about the injector cleaner?
That was one of your best, are you hinting towards one of your best blogs ever?
No, I'm just,
What was the title of that blog? Come on, you remember. You got it framed on your wall, dude.
It's the only thing I'm proud of.
He wrote a blog, something that was titled something like how to extend your oil interval with fuel additives, or something like that. How to keep your oil clean with fuel additives. And everyone was like, what? But the theory of what he was talking about is actually using a good fuel additive to bring the cetane level of your fuel up, which allows you to burn the fuel more completely, not just more efficiently, but more completely. Like, we want to burn all of the fuel. That's how you're going to get the best MPG. You're going to get all your use out of it, and there's not going to be all the soot and kickback from it. So, which then you get blow by, and then it gets into the oil, and then you get more soot in your oil and all that good stuff. So,
bad stuff.
All that bad stuff.
There we go.
Read up on it. It's a good one. Good one you wrote. So, getting back to what I was telling you, Heath, I think keeping a nice, keeping your cetane levels up and keeping your system clean with good fuel additive will go a long way to bringing that soot down, which then will even help out your bypass filter even more. Johnny Manzoni says, do you offer a coolant to replace the Ford Gold coolant, or what is your opinion on the Ford Gold coolant? We do have coolant. A lot of people do not know that we do. And we offer two different kinds. Our yellow is a 150,000 mile. Our red is a 750,000 mile coolant. And Aaron is here today to tell you all about that compatibility with the Ford Gold coolant.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I am not. No, I'm just kidding. I'm pretty sure that the Gold is the organic acid technology antifreeze.
Oh, is that the new stuff?
Yeah.
The OAT?
OAT, right.
Okay.
Our 150 is an OAT as well.
Okay.
They are fully compatible, but we don't like to recommend using more than 10% for top off, just in case the additive packages are a touch different. We want complete protection.
Complete flush out.
Right.
Okay.
So you have one additive package that is going to do the job.
So our yellow 150 is compatible with those new OAT systems.
Correct.
But we'd want to do a full coolant flush
if
transfer
you're, if you're going to add more than 10%.
Okay. So 10% top off's all right.
Yeah.
But basically, if you're changing it, we want to flush it.
Correct.
Okay, makes sense.
Just
That was new to me
side,
too, because I mean, I've learned my whole knowledge of coolant, which isn't much, was with HOAT, H-O-A-T, and then what they call non-HOAT. Well, I figured non-HOAT was just oat, but now turns out oat's a new thing that I guess a lot of the new trucks are having. It
would just be H.
Right. So, Johnny, I hope that answers your question.
What's the H stand for?
A hybrid.
Yes. What's the P stand for?
Hybrid organic acid. There's no P.
Right. It's the 750's got the P.
Oh, that's right. Tricky guy.
Of course I am.
Justin Scott Greeby says, is there any plans of having a sight or oil level gauge on the gallon jugs? Customers have asked to make it a lot easier on measuring, especially for the Duramax guys. Funny you ask. Breaking news. Well, first of all, we are on our Adrenaline racing line of oil. We are now bottling that in the quarts as well. So they're coming in these exact same clear PET quarts, which is nice. We're doing the same thing for both our Blue Diamond gear oil and our Adrenaline gear oil as well. So the gear oils are all coming in quarts, and our racing line of oil is coming in quarts. As far as the other oils, they're going to stay in the gallons for now. However, that gallon jug that you've gotten used to, that gray, I think Levi's showing you right now, we have just found a new source of those that is like, it's not clear like this, but it's more of like an opaque version. And I thought they looked really good. I like showing off oil. I don't know why every single oil company uses bottles where you can't see the oil. Good looking oil is good to see. Let's show it off. So that's the theory. We do have a source on the same bottle, but in a clear style. And I think last I heard, they were like, well, why not switch? So you may see that coming soon. We may start, looks kind of similar to that one you had there, Levi. That color, basically. So you can still see through it. That's got hand sanitizer in it, so it's clear. But obviously you can see it.
Good looking hand sanitizer is a good looking hand sanitizer.
Exactly. But with like a golden oil in there, you'll be able to see a lot better. So I think it is coming, Justin, and you're going to be able to see what's in the bottle a lot better too. So, and it's comments like that make us say, okay, let's do it. If it's better for the customer, let's do it. David says the 3324, I believe, is the updated spec, but man, I do feel special. Thanks, guys. Is that 3324 the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. If it helps you, is running AMSOIL multi-vehicle trans fluid and no issues.
Say that one more time.
He's
using
AMSOIL multi-vehicle trans fluid in that. So if that helps you with your testing. Duly noted.
Yes. I was just making sure it wasn't the low viscosity.
Yep. And if you don't have a deleted truck, I highly recommend running EDT. I run it every fill up along with LX4, and man, does it make the truck run better. And believe it or not, it keeps the oil cleaner in my 6.7 Cummins, says David. So yeah, that following along just what we're saying. So, okay, Justin, I appreciate it. Yeah, if customers are asking, that's what leads us in those type of decisions. So I want to switch, so I will now use you as my ammo to say the people have spoken. Let's switch to the clear bottles. So, it's time for some dealer shout-outs.
Aaron Anderson at Anderson Farm and Fleet Customs in Millington, Michigan is a dealer.
Michigan. Awesome.
How long?
Oh, that's right. He's got the graphics now. Look at that.
That's good. Now I don't have to squint.
That's awesome.
I can't read that far now.
The other one's Houston Diesel Pros. And they're on Southlake Drive there in Houston, Texas. 877-9191-1777. There you go. New dealer. And you can get with them down there in Houston. They're now selling Stiction, Diesel Extreme, EDT, LX4, the main ones. You can get them there.
Yeah, we got to get them on the FR3 next.
Cool.
Next call.
Yep, we will.
Put me on the call. No,
welcome aboard, Houston Diesel Pros. Glad to have you on. In Texas, we got a lot of...
Do we have any stickers to put on this wall today?
We should start tagging this wall.
I think so.
We're in our lobby here, so that'd be pretty funny if we start putting random stickers on the wall.
They're not random. They are quality dealers.
I know, but it'd be kind of weird right there.
Meh.
Yeah, the garage door's more We keep it Brett classy out here.
Okay.
Right.
Pre-mullet or post-mullet?
Presidente. So what's going on here at Hot Shot Secrets section? It's our new feature video. Like I said, we've been releasing videos every Wednesday. Last week we got carried away and we never got to the video, so I'm gonna make sure we get to this week's video. And what to play last week's. Last week we had a cool video of Derek Rose down at the opener of ODSS. First Hot Shot Secret Pro Street truck to knock off fours, and they do it with ease now, which is crazy. But cool video. He broke the truck in qualifying. He worked on it overnight. He got it back together, came back and won. And so he has been hanging on to first place ever since.
For a long time.
For a long time. But this week, we have another cool video, which we're premiering these every Wednesday. So we're going to roll it for you now. And this one's cool, man. This was like what was the coolest, the talk of the town at the opener. So Levi, you cued? All right.
Wait a minute. Let's do it to Levi what he does to us.
Ready? Go.
It's a 71 Chevelle.
Right.
LBZ Duramax.
Okay.
4L80 E-Trans.
4L80, no shit.
Strange 9-inch rear.
I like it.
So 66 millimeter Charger. It's a Borg Warner SXE. It's 100 over, Exergy injectors, and an Exergy 12 millimeter pump.
Nice. And yesterday we saw you were doing some vicious wheelies. You had a nasty grudge race. That was a race right there.
That was cool, man. That's the whole reason I didn't live.
Yeah.
Get that out of shape, I'm getting out.
Right. But got the NR roll bar fixed today, and you're gonna go take on the 670 class.
Yes, sir.
All right.
See how it goes.
Good luck, brother.
Thank you. Take care.
Just bad, man.
I know.
I mean, how cool is that?
It's very cool.
Those Chevelles were getting circled. I mean,
imagine.
there's, and I know Paul Vasco's the one that owns the goldish weird. I don't even know what you call it. Greenish something. I love that paint too. But man, they shout out to Ryan Milliken. I know he does a lot of tuning on them. Hardway Performance, one of our dealers, and you saw just this week, I believe they put Black Diamond in that, along with adrenaline gear oil and transmission fluid. So, but man, we were talking about a couple builds here like a while ago. You remember what we were talking about, which has been cool. But I was telling Browse, if we ever get that back on the schedule, we're doing something like that.
Yes.
Which, by the way, there is another build coming too. That's just going to stun everybody.
All right.
That's it. That's it. It's cool, but it's awesome seeing all these classic cars getting diesel swapped. What?
I can't ask who it's by, can I?
Derek Rose.
Okay.
Yeah, people know that. I don't think anybody knows what it is. I'm sure. I know some people know what it is. Public doesn't know what it is. Whew, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. So yeah, it's really cool seeing all these, man, and I thought cool video. So like it, share it. If you guys like the videos we're putting out, we're planning on doing that every Wednesday and putting together a nice video. I know a lot of people are trapped at home, so we're trying to build some cool content for you guys to watch, and like and share, and we'll make more. Also want to give a shout out to Frank Ott Sr. and crew. Stopped by here yesterday. The driver of Ironman from Street Outlaws, Pennsylvania guys. He's heading out to see our buddy Buster Kent. They're going to be racing in Iowa this weekend, getting those cars ready. Then they got another race in Oklahoma or something next weekend or something. So they were passing through Ohio, Frank and the whole crew, Frank Jr. and everybody. And so they stopped in, and we had Ironman out back here. Got some nice pictures and videos. I'm sure we'll have a video of that coming soon. So thanks to those guys for stopping by. We appreciate it. What's going on in TV land?
It's always Truck U lately.
It is.
So 10:30 and 12:30 on Saturday. First it'll be Diesel Extreme and EDT, and then Stiction Eliminator. And then on Sunday, because you didn't get enough, you can watch again at 10:30, and it will be over Stiction Eliminator and Diesel Extreme. So
and what's unique about that one?
It's an IS, which stands for in-show.
There you go. So we're going to have a full integration in that episode. So don't miss that one on Sunday. That's an extra special one. Our two-step oil fuel, Stiction Eliminator, and Diesel Extreme. So that's pretty cool. I don't know which one that is. I can't recall it.
Watch it with your mom.
What's that?
Watch it with your mom.
You talking about my mom?
No. Sunday.
Oh, Mother's Day. Oh, look, my mom just chimed in. Hi, Kyle. Love you. Hi, Mom. Happy early Mother's Day. So yeah, watch that with your moms this Sunday. It's a good thing to do. And I think R&D update time for you, Aaron. Oh, speaking of, should we say anything about what happened at Brenton last week, or is that going to be a surprise? We'll say this. You guys see that we're on Truck U a lot and those shows. We love those guys down there. We were filming new episodes just this last week. No, this week. It was this week down there. And Chris and Kevin went down for a new special segment kind of thing they're doing. And I will say this much. One of our sponsored racers brought their truck out on set and will be in a future episode of Truck U coming soon.
How about that?
Do you know who it is?
No.
You don't? Coming soon.
Sorry, I've been in the lab all week.
Coming soon. Keep watching Truck U. You're going to see one of the Hot Shot Seekers sponsored racers with their truck on a featured episode coming soon. So what's going on in R&D?
Apparently, we're releasing a new product line.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's right here in the notes. Our RV products are gonna.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been a bit.
It is. It's ready to go though. That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So
we were about to. I say apparently we were about to release them about a month ago, and we switched over all the lines to the hand sanitizer.
And put a stall in the process.
Yeah, so we held it up a touch, but.
Well, that's cool.
They're
well,
ready
it's
to
coming
roll.
soon. I'm sure we'll do a full episode on that. And it's not an RV product. I think we've got 5, right? 4 or 5?
5 sounds good.
Yeah. So full line of RV products. So I think this is one of those times. It's kind of like when you own the company, you kind of do what you want to do. I think Chris is like, I want some RV products because he's an RV freak. So, but they're just not out there. Nobody's making custom, specific, formulated for the RV application itself lubrication solutions, and we just did it. So we're going to release that soon, and you'll hear about it here. As far as sales,
Right here.
You'll hear it here first.
Right here.
Or like Levi says, subscribe to that newsletter. We're going to let you know real quick. There you go.
How about that?
Sales. We get the Mother's Day weekend sale starting tomorrow through Monday. I did not know about this. It is a free 16-ounce gasoline extreme with a $60 purchase, online only. So Levi's keeping it all to himself, online only. You make a $60 purchase starting tomorrow all the way through Monday. We're going to throw in a free 16-ounce bottle of gas extreme for your mama. Right?
That's what it says,
All
word
right.
for word.
All right. So we also got the hand sanitizer going. 16 ounce, 32, 64 gallons. We got big stuff too. Drums, totes, you name it. Tankers. It says tankers here.
Nice.
We'll sell you a tanker if you
Yeah.
want. So we do have plenty in stock. We're finding that a lot. There's a lot of talk. We're getting a lot of calls about it. There's a lot of companies selling it now, but very few people actually have it in stock. So they're saying a lot, but then they can't really deliver. We have it in stock ready to go. So
Yeah, we have a truckload of gallons sitting there ready for the first person that calls.
first person to call.
And sends the check, of course.
I thought you were going to pay for that.
No, I'm not paying for that. But yeah, we've got quite the supply.
Right, and so we also have an announcement to make on that. I don't know if it's gone live yet. We just had this today. Due to the amount of hand sanitizer that we've had requests for, and we've also secured a couple of very large accounts that allow us to, it increases our purchasing power on the raw material side. And those prices have finally, the raw material side has finally started to level off. We actually have a larger purchasing power now, bringing our costs down. So the inflated cost that you've seen a lot on the market, we've tried to stay underneath all that. Well, we just announced we're dramatically lowering our cost in hand sanitizer. Are we going live with those prices yet?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, don't buy right yet, or you'll be really mad because we're about to drop the price on them. So all of our hand sanitizers are going to be coming down in price, and frankly, it's because we never got into this in the first place of being like a hand sanitizer maker. It kind of came through the demand when we started off just donating some. And the prices are high. The raw material prices are high, but now that they've come down, we're actually going to extend.
Bottle prices are high.
Bottle prices can't find bottles. Those are still in demand. You can't
Caps.
even get the smaller ones, and even the regular size are expensive right now. But as those prices are coming back down into reality, we're going to extend those price discounts onto you. So we just had a meeting today, and we reviewed the numbers again on this new supply. So you'll see that soon if it's not already up. So it is up. There you go. So the new pricing on hand sanitizer, if you guys need to reorder, and we'll keep doing that. We'll keep reviewing the price on it. It's a really volatile market right now, and prices are all over the place, and we just want to kind of make sure we're priced fair underneath everybody else and giving people who really need it a good option. So check that out. Be sure to subscribe to our newsletter, blah, 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 all that stuff. Levi loves when I do that. But no, really, newsletter's good. Follow the Instagram and YouTube. Levi loves that part. So it leaves us here at the very end because I know we're kind of tight on, well, let me clean up this real quick. Do we have any more? Do you offer the Black Diamond in 1-quart bottles or just gallons? My truck uses 13 quarts with a bypass filter. Unfortunately, the Black Diamond is still just in the gallons. I don't know if there's any plans for quarts yet. The only quarts we have in the oil are for the racing oil right now. But we'll keep you posted. If you speak, sometimes it helps. So Brandon Douglas says, hi, Pops.
Hi, kid.
Hey, son. I didn't know Mom told you, but welcome aboard, Brandon. Thanks for watching. Shelly says, hi, Aaron.
Oh, hi, Mom. Happy Mother's Day. See that?
Jesse Dirk says, why not hand sanitizer for Mama? Levi doesn't have an answer for that. All right. Christopher Hyde says, I know that it's in the testing stage, but how is the synchro mesh oil for the NV5600 transmission going? Is there a release date in sight? I'll say I was passing through R&D, and I saw some test formulas there that with synchromesh. So you must have been playing around recently. What's the status? Everybody wants to know.
The status is I cleaned the lab and found them. I forgot I had them. That's the truth.
So what's the status on it? Synchromesh?
We're slightly on hold for no reason. Okay, there's a reason. I've got 2 test formulas out. They've both been received well, but I have one individual that's going to back-to-back it.
Oh, really?
So he's going to tell me which one he likes better. I know he preferred one version in one application.
Right.
So we're going to try that version in
Makes sense.
his other application to see if
And that happens a lot
which way he does
when we
it.
get to past the lab testing, we get out to the field testing. Everybody's opinion, it's kind of like when you say my car makes this noise, when everybody makes that noise in a different way. It's nice to have a control person where you actually can test both and everything. So
since racing season is slightly halted,
delayed.
We may have to wait a few minutes.
Okay.
But
well, that gives you a good time to refine it even better. So
they're pretty.
It's at the finish line.
Yeah, A or B.
It's like
You
second
pick.
and goal on the 5.
Okay. Is that a hockey joke?
All right, so we're all caught up here. I think, Heath, we're happy to answer questions. This is why we do it. So welcome aboard to the Hot Shots family. Tune in every Thursday if you have questions. We're happy to answer them. If not, you can always call here too. We're happy to take your calls or emails or you name it. Let's hit on the gasoline extreme because we said we were going to. So why don't you give the quick pitch off gasoline extreme and what somebody can expect and why they'd want to buy it.
It's orange.
It's orange.
That is absolutely why you buy it. Orange is the best.
That is true.
It works in all ethanol-based gasolines. Injector cleaner. Are you pushing me?
No, I was just checking.
Like, how fast can you do this? And go.
Take your time. Kill it.
It's a one-tank cleanup. Injector cleaner, one tank. It does a phenomenal job. We've seen gains of about 7.9% average for.
And that was a test with how many cars?
We sent out 1,000 samples.
Right.
So 300 of those were this particular formula. There was another one where we had several different formulas and we tested in different vehicles. Sometimes with a small sampling group, it's kind of hard to tell who's the best.
Right.
And this one came out on top, even against a leading competitor.
And the important thing to understand about the gasoline extreme is people might be commenting with our diesel extreme. So like, oh, it's the gasoline version of it. In a way, from the standpoint that the diesel extreme is meant to clean your fuel system out, but it's also treating the fuel that's going in. So it, like we said earlier, to burn better, to get your sit down. In the gasoline world, gasoline is a very highly refined product, unlike diesel's like an inch away from garbage. I mean, it really is like the bottom of the barrel stuff.
It's almost to the curb.
It's almost there.
Doesn't have the free sign on it
even
yet.
like bad gasoline is still pretty good stuff. So there's not much more you can improve on gasoline, and that's where I think I mentioned a couple weeks ago. That's where you really dance around the snake oil stuff out there that makes this market look bad. Is a lot of the gasoline treatments out there. Because there's just not a lot of stuff that you can improve. Like the octane boosters, BS. There's no such thing. You want to explain that? I love explaining that one. So if you think you're going to boost the octane of your fuel, you ain't going to do it. Why?
EPA.
Right.
You're only allowed to put precisely this much.
And what's it called, the octane booster stuff?
MMT.
MMT. So MMT will boost the octane of your fuel.
Absolutely.
But by law, by the EPA law, you can put about yay amount in, which will move your 89 octane fuel to about 89.05 if you're lucky.
Right.
So it physically can't be done.
It's like a splash.
Right. And we've got that question because people say, hey, you put cetane booster in your diesel extreme, why don't you put an octane booster in your gasoline extreme? It's because it doesn't exist. You can't do it. It's not legal to even, we'd have to have a bottle this big, to even to move it a little bit.
It's not that big.
It's about that, how skinny it is.
It's about a quart size.
Right. But you need a lot to move it just even a little bit. Right. So we stayed away from that. Another question we get a lot is, for years we were asked to come out with a gasoline product, and we looked at it and we tested, and there was good stuff out there, and there wasn't really much where to improve on. It was a really flooded market with a bunch of bad products like cetane or octane booster and stuff like that. It wasn't until recently it's a newly found chemical that you guys have, right?
We don't mess around.
I know you don't mess around, but that's the truth, right?
And it works.
And so previously
sometimes there are fancy new chemicals and products. You're like, ooh, well, this is terrible.
Right.
so
but this is one that came to market and you guys tested.
And
and so it became time for us to finally put a gasoline product out there when we knew we actually had something that could test and measure and show that it had better gains than anything else.
Right.
And so its core function, though, is really on the cleansing side.
Injector cleaner.
Right.
This
We're
is
going to
the
clean
big one.
everything it touches, really. The tank, the lines, the rails, the whole fuel system.
Check. There's also a secret component in there.
Do tell.
That also helps increase. I can't tell what it is. It's secret.
All right.
But it does help with the fuel mileage increase as well.
A separate component than
the injector cleaner?
Right.
Right.
Is it lubricity based? Is there LX4 in there?
There is not LX4 in there.
So what's
the Gasoline Extreme was out before the LX4.
That's true. There's a question.
Although sometimes
There's a question. Will we ever add LX4 to the Gasoline Extreme?
That is a question.
Because LX4 is gas friendly, but it would really benefit that one tank.
Correct.
Which is another thing. There's nothing to discuss about this. Like we use Diesel Extreme once every 6,000 miles or so, and then we use EDT in every tank. On the gasoline side, we just have the Gasoline Extreme. We don't have an everyday gas treatment because, again, there's really no need for it to, because gasoline's pretty well done.
Got one.
Clean it out every 6,000 to 10,000 miles. I saw gains right away in my marshmallow because I'm sure it was dirty as all could be. So where you can actually find gains on treating the diesel fuel, you can't really find gains on treating gasoline. We're not inventing mile per gallon, we're restoring it. So if you bought a brand new car off the dealership lot and drove to the gas station, filled it up, and put Gasoline Extreme in it, it'll do absolutely nothing for you.
Wrong.
Oh, then do tell. This is that extra ingredient you're not telling me about.
Right.
Okay, so what is
it? Even the test, so I broke the data down by makes, the type of gasoline they used, how many miles on the car. There was about 14 different categories.
Right.
And I had 77 spreadsheets with 52 tabs on them.
And I'm sure they were all spreadsheets because that's all you use.
Right.
He doesn't use Microsoft Word.
No need to.
He types letters in Excel, just so you people
right.
know. Continue.
My indentions are perfect.
He hasn't found the tab button in Word yet. Just continue.
There's a tab button? Huh. So even with vehicles with 60,000 miles or less, it's still got an increase in fuel mileage.
Well, I'm sure 60,000 miles, obviously. I mean, we're recommending every 10,000 miles.
There was one with 11, there was one with 20, and they were all...
so you're not going to tell us what this extra chemical is?
No, I'm not.
Is it proprietary?
Of course it is.
Can you tell us what kind of chemical it is?
Awesome.
Awesome. All right, so there's an extra awesome
I'm not going to tell.
Fair enough.
I'm secretive.
But I'm going to go one way, then. This may give it away, and I don't care.
Please don't.
But there is another advantage to it. Is don't we find some sort of, isn't there, just like the LX4 can act as an upper cylinder lubricant, which allows us for more efficiency? Is there... Am I knocking on the door here?
You're peeking in the peephole.
Well, good. So there's more to just the cleansing side as well.
It's the upper cylinder lube.
So, I guess, folks, it's just going to be one of those hot shots secret. And he's not going to tell you. But I'm telling you, it's great stuff. Better fuel economy, we said, more power. Used every 10,000 miles or as needed to keep the fuel system clean. Safe for emissions equipment. It means if you're catted or anything like that. Another great thing on small equipment, it works great. So, your lawnmower, and like we said, the treatment on it, it's best just to treat your 5-gallon pail or your 10-gallon pail or whatever you got in the garage there. Treat that and then, try to get the dosage right. It's called a pail.
Gas can is a pail?
A 5-gallon is called a pail. Yeah.
Oh.
So
that's when they used. Okay.
So
they're not even cans anymore.
Lastly,
they're plastic containers.
Lastly, because we're running out of time here. Lastly, let's talk about dosage. I think this is something we mentioned last week or the week before. We got in a
Right.
little trouble in our dosage.
Well, wouldn't say trouble.
Well, the EPA.
We got caught. No, I'm just
EPA,
kidding.
EPA did not. Well, for example, it goes back to the octane boost. The EPA won't allow you to put that much octane booster in, and it's dangerous, and people wouldn't do it because it costs too much, and they'd rather rip people off and put a drop in there. So it's going to. In this case, we put too much of the good stuff in.
Right. Well, yeah.
And the EPA said it was simply too much. So did we change the formula? Not a drop.
No. So all of the
we had to change how we recommend you use the formula.
All of the testing was done at the off-road treatment formula. So that's where that's where you're going to get all the gains.
Right. Which I believe was 12 ounces to
15
gallons.
Correct.
So 12 ounces to 15 gallons is what we consider our off-road use dosage. Is that here?
Yeah, we've got 16-ounce bottles because we switched over.
I'm sorry. Right.
So now it's
16 ounces per 20 gallons is the off-road use. Not
only.
Yep.
Don't forget to
the EPA does not want you to use that sort of dosage in your car.
No.
It may clean it out too good and give you too good a gas mileage.
It's the lubricity agent.
There you go.
To be honest.
So the on-road use, which is underneath the EPA spec, would be 16 ounces to 45 gallons. So that's why, a bottle this size, this is a 1 quart bottle here, that would technically treat 90 gallons. But if it was for off-road use, you could pretty much cut that in half. Or double dose, we say, the performance dose.
Did you just say that backward? Did you do math backwards?
No. Because that's old formula there. That's the old label.
Right. That 40 is the off-road.
Correct. You're right.
90 is the on-road.
Right. So on-road use, a 16-ounce bottle will do 45 gallons. Your off-road use, 16 ounces to 20 gallons. Use at your own discretion there. And it's good stuff. We highly recommend you try it. It's been long in the wait to get a gasoline product. Now we have it. Just like everything else, it's 100% money-back guarantee. We do that to encourage people to use our products when they're looking to problem solve. I'm really happy that, like I always say on the stiction eliminator side for used car lots that have a lot of gasoline vehicles, one of the best things you can do for that, an older car, if you find an older car that's running good, throw stiction eliminator right, you get it, and you almost like freeze time with the wear on it, and you preserve like that. Do the same thing on the gas side. These two things for a used car lot that have a lot of gas cars in the lot, or the first time you buy a used car, clean out both sides, you'll be loving it.
Loving it.
So let's give away some stuff before I forget.
Just like Justin Timberlake, he's loving it. That's where that McDonald's commercial came from.
Just now we're getting in a strange hour with Aaron. So who's getting some Gasoline Extreme? I'm going to give a bottle to Heath Meyer because he was our newcomer that not only showed up for a first time, he also asked questions and followed up. So well done, Heath. You get some Gasoline Extreme. And how about Eric Wilkes? Eric, I see you in here a lot. I appreciate your comments. So Heath Meyer and Eric Wilkes, why don't you give Levi a message? He will.
Last one's just in case.
What's that?
Last week's.
Oh yeah. Levi will get you squared away with some Gasoline Extreme. And reminder, last week's winners were Isaiah Purves and Clinton Gaston. Get some LX4. Well, you were going to give away a third one on your dime today.
Right.
I don't know if anybody shared. I wouldn't know if they shared. So
see.
We'll come back. We'll look because Levi can check who shared. We'll pick one of the people who shared and post up on and then Aaron's going to buy them a bottle of Gasoline Extreme. So thanks for watching, folks. We'll be back next Thursday. We're here every Thursday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and here to ask questions. You can ask
Hot
them ahead of
Shot
time.
Thursday.
It's Hot Shot Thursday. Until next time, have a good weekend. We'll see you next week.